Famous people with dyslexia overcoming the odds. Did you know some of the world's most brilliant minds, like Steve Jobs, Albert Einstein, and Muhammad Ali, struggled with dyslexia? In fact, dyslexia affects 1 in 10 people worldwide, but it didn't stop these legends from changing the world. I remember feeling completely lost in school because reading just didn't come naturally to me, but it wasn't until I discovered that even people like Richard Branson face the same struggles that I realized dyslexia doesn't define you. It just means you think differently. Stick with me, because today we're diving deep into how these incredible people turn their struggles with dyslexia into their greatest strengths, and how you can too. By the end of this video, you'll see dyslexia not as a limitation, but as a secret weapon. Welcome back to the Dyslexia as a Dyslexic, and today we're diving into the stories of remarkable people who didn't just overcome dyslexia, they used it as a tool to unlock their potential. Their lives reveal that dyslexia isn't a barrier, but a doorway to unique strengths. Let's explore the challenges they faced and the powerful strategies they used to not just survive, but thrive. 1. Steve Jobs, the creative genius behind Apple. While never officially diagnosed, he's believed to have struggled with reading and learning in school. Jobs didn't fit into the conventional mold, but instead of letting that stop him, he honed his creativity and problem-solving skills, qualities that revolutionized technology. Jobs famously said, "Creativity is just connecting things," and that's exactly how he approached innovation at Apple. His story shows us that dyslexia may challenge the way we process information, but it sharpens other gifts, like seeing patterns and simplifying complexity. Jobs embraced simplicity and in doing so created products that changed the world. 2. Muhammad Ali, the boxing legend. Muhammad Ali wasn't diagnosed with dyslexia, but his struggle with reading made him feel less than in school. Yet, in the ring, his brain worked differently. His ability to read his opponent's movements and respond in a flash set him apart. Ali's story reminds us that dyslexia can unlock other talents, like heightened spatial awareness and quick decision-making. Where one door closes, another opens wider. 3. Albert Einstein, the revolutionary scientist. Albert Einstein's childhood was marked by slow speech and reading development. While some speculate he had dyslexia, it was his extraordinary ability to visualize concepts in his mind that led to his groundbreaking theories, including the theory of relativity. Einstein's gift was his ability to think beyond words. He saw the world differently, and that difference redefined science. Dyslexia can lead to revolutionary ways of thinking if you embrace your unique perspective. 4. Richard Branson, the visionary entrepreneur. Richard Branson was told he would amount to little because of his dyslexia. Yet instead of focusing on what he couldn't do, he channeled his energy into big-picture thinking. He became a master of delegation, surrounding himself with people who complemented his weaknesses. Branson teaches us that dyslexia doesn't mean going it alone. Success comes when you harness your strengths and build a team to support you. 5. Steven Spielberg, the master storyteller. Steven Spielberg didn't discover his dyslexia until much later in life. It explained the struggles he faced in school, but also helped him understand his greatest gift, visual storytelling. His ability to paint vivid stories with pictures rather than words made him one of the most celebrated filmmakers of all time. Spielberg's story is a reminder that dyslexia can amplify creative abilities. Sometimes words are not the most powerful tool. Sometimes it's the ability to think visually and emotionally. 6. Lewis Hamilton, the Formula One champion. Lewis Hamilton was diagnosed with dyslexia as a child, and he often felt left behind in school. But what he lacked in academics, he made up for with focus and an incredible sense of spatial awareness. On the track, these abilities gave him a competitive edge. Hamilton's journey shows us that dyslexia might make the classroom harder, but it can also equip you with high-level skills, like strategic thinking under pressure.
He has gone from last all the way to first.
Yeah, boy! That's how you do it, man. That is how you do it.
7. Keira Knightley, the talented actress. Diagnosed with dyslexia at 6, Keira Knightley used acting to improve her reading. Memorizing scripts became her method for conquering dyslexia and building her confidence. Her struggle with reading became a tool for storytelling, which ultimately launched her into stardom. Her story tells us that when passion meets purpose, any challenge can become a stepping stone to success. 8. Tom Cruise, the action star. Tom Cruise faced many obstacles with dyslexia, especially when it came to reading scripts, but his ability to adapt and his laser focus on his craft helped him rise to the top of Hollywood. Cruise learned to play to his strengths, memorizing dialogue and becoming one of the most dedicated actors in the business. His story shows that adaptability and determination can turn any weakness into a strength. Why these stories matter. The stories of Steve Jobs, Muhammad Ali, Albert Einstein, and others show us that dyslexia isn't a limitation. It's a different kind of strength. Each of these individuals found their own path to success by leaning into their unique abilities. Their journeys remind us that with the right strategies, focusing on your strengths, using tools, or relying on teamwork, you can turn dyslexia into a source of power. If these stories inspired you, hit that like button and share this video with someone who needs a boost today. And if you haven't yet, subscribe for more content on thriving with dyslexia. Together, we can learn to see the world in ways that are powerful and different. Remember, you're not alone in this. Let's thrive together. I'll see you in the next video.